Oh yes, legends, we are live. We are going to be analyzing the situation for Bitcoin because we have hit all-time high today in the inauguration of Donald Trump, right? The new president of the United States, pro-crypto. And we have eventually the meme coins, guys. We do have the meme coins coming out. Donald Trump official, Melania right now. You must have heard about this eventually. I think all of crypto influencers and X are just absolutely spitting this out, right, as a potential opportunity. We want to stay cautious eventually. He has to hold on to the value of this coin, because if this goes down to $20, $10, $5, right, in the next coming weeks, it's going to be horrible, right? What a reputation. So it seems like what a world that we live in, right? It's just absolutely crazy. The president, Donald Trump, launching a meme coin. It's actually an official Trump meme coin. And also Melania right now, her wife, his wife, also with a meme coin. So is this extremely bullish, or is the top in, guys? Are we near the top, basically, for Bitcoin? Eventually, we did get that beautiful pump. Matter of fact, this is a very acceptable long position zone where we got this retracement. I'll be explaining a little bit the technical analysis. I haven't been active here on YouTube throughout the weekend, but have been posting some updates in the Legends trading community that we can talk about, guys, as well. What we have been expecting throughout the weekend, right, on the price of Bitcoin. Shout out to 𝗕𝗶𝘆 as well, because 𝗕𝗶𝘆 was analyzing the same scenario, one of the coaches in the Legends trading community. Make sure to smash up the like button, guys, on your way in, because we're going to be analyzing very carefully what is the highest probability. And for me, the highest probability is all-time high will be hit again. All-time high will likely be hit again, right? We've been talking about all-time high to be hit very likely in the next coming weeks. Will it be in the inauguration day today? Well, it happened, right? Overall, quick movements. We'll be analyzing the situation here for the price of Bitcoin very, very carefully throughout the weekend on the most important levels of resistance and support. We're going to go through that, guys, but what I need you to do is to destroy the like button. I haven't got Donald Trump on the thumbnail. Maybe I should have done to get more people in, but we are here serious, guys, about the technical analysis and the price of Bitcoin. We're going to be going through the altcoins as well, why I strongly believe that we are going to see an altcoin season. Most of our altcoins are not popping like we want, right? Unless you in quickly into these meme coins that are launching, such as the latest one, right, from Donald Trump, or some other AI agents, a different, niche that is basically the trend. And if you're holding other cryptos like Chainlink, like myself, Chainlink has been doing pretty okay the last couple of days, right? I'm only up a 4x on average for the last couple of years, right? This is like a traditional stock where you're holding and you're making a 4x in a few years, right? There's no quick gains being made here, but overall still happy with Chainlink. Not too happy with some many other ones, such as ICP. I believe ICP can do very well and hit the March highs. This, I'm still eventually waiting to happen, right? Now is not the moment to panic. Oh my goodness, Bitcoin's at all-time high. Why am I in these altcoins? We are in the right moment considering the 4-year cycle theory. We haven't seen the dominance drop yet. Matter of fact, we could still hit the highs one more time and then start correcting throughout February, March, potentially in April, getting that massive Bitcoin dominance correction, guys, where we're going to see most of the altcoins then starting to break and making those gains. 3x, 5x, 10x potentially on some lower cap coins, okay? We haven't seen this stage of the crypto bull run yet, and we are very much early, and I can explain that throughout the previous cycles, for example, right? Going throughout the previous cycle, just a brief explanation here, guys. When we were hitting the 2018-17 high right over here in 2021, it was in February of 2021, and when we got the big major altcoin season was throughout March and April. 2 months, guys, of altcoin season. Of course, the altcoin season did start earlier, like we have been seeing, you know, we've seen it start already a few months ago, right? In November, we got a significant pump. Lots of altcoins making a 2, 3x. Some of them are 5, 6x, right? The average ones, AI agents and some other meme coins doing 20, 30x. I know that. But some of these niches do their own thing, right? We're talking about general altcoins such as good projects, ICP, Chainlink, Avalanche, right? Some of them are lagging behind. Solana's hitting all-time high eventually, as most of the altcoins are getting launched on Solana. Matter of fact, Solana did hit all-time high just on Saturday because of the Trump meme coin, right? The official Trump coin, because it's on the Solana blockchain. So you need to buy Solana to actually purchase the Trump coin, right? So eventually the demand on Solana was increasing drastically on Saturday, hitting all-time highs. But what about the rest of the altcoins, right? Because I have a bag of altcoins that are not pumping yet. They will pump at some stage, and I have this chart to explain it, guys. We are actually front running the previous cycle. Q1 of this year, January, February, this is exactly when we were hitting the previous all-time high. This is the total crypto market capitalization, the total 3, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, as you can see on the top left here. All right, we were hitting, right, the all-time high from the previous cycle. And when we got that blast off was throughout March and April. So are we going to see the same thing as we are testing here into January, right, February, the all-time high from 2021? Just like in February, we were actually testing the previous all-time high on the total crypto market cap, right? This is basically the altcoins, total 3. So are we going to see March and February being massively bullish, right? When we do see the Bitcoin dominance that hasn't basically even started correcting. Will we ever see the Bitcoin dominance correcting, right, in the next coming weeks or months? It's still anticipated, guys. We are very much where we need to be on altcoins. Looking at the 4-year cycle theory, it's absolutely natural. But now is when we should be seeing those fireworks, guys. It's on the charts. The charts tells a story, and the charts is telling us that we are basically where we need to be. So I'm expecting approximately $1 trillion to come into altcoins in the next couple of months, guys. Now, that is a big prediction, right? That is a big prediction based on the charts. We're just testing the highs on the total 3. So I'm expecting another $1 trillion just in the next 2 months, right? To the end of April approximately. This is what we're going to be analyzing, guys, okay? Very, very carefully throughout this stream. But most importantly, Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Hitting all-time high, as we can see just today. What is next for Bitcoin? What is the bullish case and the bearish case? I'm going to explain this small little scalp long position that I got in here based on analysis that was provided in the Legends trading community. You've taken a bit of profits here, quite a bit of profits at this level of resistance. And I'm going to explain why this was a good long position. There's been a few good trading scenarios, all right, throughout the weekend that were also explained in the Legends trading community, such as this one right over here, coming down to the $106,000 range, okay, which I do expect the price to gain some momentum to the upside potentially, if not tight stop loss. All right, the possible re-entry is there. Remember, if you are interested in trading, guys, Weeks is, for me, a great alternative to Bybit. You got an insane bonus down below. You get the biggest fee discount, up to 50%, okay, of discount when you purchase the Weeks token. Check out the links down below, guys. You got Bybit eventually and Weeks, great alternative. You just need an email and a password. It's the second link down below, guys. Take advantage right now where you can trade hundreds of coins, Bitcoin, and also the Trump coin as well. You got it right there. So let's analyze this local scenario. Make sure to destroy the like button because we're going to focus on Bitcoin, guys. This is what we do. We trade Bitcoin most of the times, right? We mainly trade Bitcoin. Destroy the like button because I'm going to talk about the major levels. What is the price of Bitcoin doing right now here? Are we going to manage to hit all-time high? I'm going to explain why this movement does look corrective, but there is the risk, right? for all of those bears? Could we be forming a flat scenario here and we come back down below at $90,000, right? Just for the bears, just a little bit of hopium for the bears, right? Is the peak very close to being in, right? Locally, and we're going to form a flat, right? Because we've got a three-wave structure. Are we forming a three-wave structure right now where we're going to head above $110,000 and peak out in a three-wave move and then move down very aggressively in 5 waves to sweep up the lows below $90,000, right? That would be devastating. That is a little bit of hopium for the bears because, I mean, it is possible according to the technical analysis, but then we have the most bullish case scenario, right? The most bullish one, which is actually popping out and going to much higher levels. I just want to explain, as day traders, right, what do we have been looking at here in the Legends trading community throughout the weekend, okay? Throughout the weekend, because can we hit all-time high? We do not know. Can we break down? We also don't know. We trade level to level, and there's been some incredible trading opportunities as a day trade, right? Just a day trade scenario throughout the weekend, basically, right? And I just want to go through some major levels just so you can understand the technical analysis that there is behind the different setups that we mentioned, right, throughout the weekend in the Legends trading community. So overall, throughout the weekend, we were trading here just slightly below $106,000, right? A bit of choppiness here to the upside. And I was very much aware of the possibility of testing Friday's highs. Friday's highs could be a good double top, okay? It's not any double top. The main reason why this was a good double top is because we had a daily level right over there from the all-time high prices, right? We did have a daily level, as you can see, where you had daily closes and opens exactly at the 106,172. So we had that daily level, but this daily level was in confluence with the 0.88 Fibonacci from the all-time high to the pivot low from last Monday, okay? As you can see, we did not hit it on Friday. And just on Sunday, yesterday, we hit the 0.88 Fibonacci. Remember, this is taken from all-time high to the lows of the range, the lows of last Monday. 0.88 with the daily, where we have the Friday highs. Bring it on. This is a very acceptable short position to take profits as you sweep the lows, okay? This was an excellent entry point just yesterday on Sunday to speculate on the double top scenario. This was on a video update that was mentioned on yesterday, Sunday, okay? Sunday morning, we were talking about the possibility, right, of hitting that daily level and getting a pullback down. Now, this pullback down, we can see a big major confluence where I was looking for a possible long entry. That was at $100,000. So we're looking at a short position to look for a long position, and the best level was down here. We had the value area high of the range in between November till today. As you can see, this blue horizontal line. We had a daily level there that was not tapped, and the golden pocket zone from the pivot low of the drop that we had last week right over here, okay? There was a lot of confluence in that area, just round about $99,900, right? Round about the 100K zone to get an instant bounce. Also, Devil was looking at that scenario. That is basically the level right over here, as you can see on the picture, that daily value area high where we just dropped there with a falling knife and got an instant V-shaped recovery throughout the last few hours, hitting all-time high. So that was basically the movement that happened, right, throughout the weekend that was provided on some updates in the Legends trading community. This is an acceptable short trade based on the daily and the 0.88 from all-time high to the previous low of Monday. Absolutely beautiful, double top, nice correction of a few $1,000s. This is a day trade. This is a scalp day trade. You get in and you are putting your stop loss where it needs to be, and as the price is in your favor, you're defensive and you start collecting the profits. Now, This was also a beautiful long position, very much eyeing that level here at the value area high of the entire trading range, right? It's a must level, right? This is the long position. This is the box right there at $100,000, slightly below 100K, where we are interested in the level to bounce, okay? That is the level where we're looking for that bounce right over here on the updates in the Legends trading community. By the way, if you want to join the Legends community, that is where we do post every single day. We've got another coach providing altcoin setups as well, absolutely exploding, all right, absolutely nailing them. You have the Legends community, guys, so you can check yourself, all right? It is the third link down below where you have the modules to learn how to read the charts and manage your risk and profit from this crazy volatile market, right? So let's talk about the latest thing here on Bitcoin, right? We want to focus, okay, that's enough, right? We know, okay, that was a good level to short. This was a good level to long right over there, right? Just as day trades. These are not swing trades. These are in, get out, get in, get out at all-time highs. Let's talk about the local range right over here and why I entered this scalp long, you know, speculating for new highs. However, I took it as a very aggressive scalp right now, just because, right? And this is a good TP1 zone right there. And I'm going to explain why, because there is the risk of this being impulsive. There is the risk of this being a wave 3 scenario, which is very unlikely, okay? I'm going to explain why this does look like a correction, WXY, and why I am speculating still with, you know, most of the position open here to look for new highs, right? That is the kind of speculation that I have right now with the analysis that, yeah, we could possibly hold on this area and get a movement up to create new all-time highs, okay? We want to be very defensive. I have very good risk management with my trading, okay? As you can see right over here, entry, relatively tightish stop loss, taking some profits here as well as we got the movement up, because we are hitting the 50% Fibonacci from highs to lows, right? And this has a chance to be a wave 4. I have to say, there is a chance for this to maybe be a wave 4. It doesn't look very beautiful, right? Because you got this 1, 2, 3, 4. There's overlap right there. So then you would have to take this into the first wave 1 right there, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The thing is, if this were to be a wave 4, it needs to top out where we are right now, right? At the 50%, because as soon as you start hitting the golden pocket, then this invalidates the possibility of this being a wave 4. It would be too much of a retracement, and I would be really, really holding the position right there for the price to actually go to higher levels. So overall, the main reason why I've taken most of the, you know, decent amount of profits here is because what if this is a wave 4, right? And we're going to claim the low in a wave 5. I think this could be a double bottom scenario. So I would be happy to re-enter a new position if we double bottomed here, just for a nice little move up to possibly sweep up the local highs that we've just created. All right. Now, when I do zoom out, okay, just a brief explanation on this gigantic pump, right? Why was this a possible long setup, okay? Because this was provided in today's setup as well in the Legends trading community, right? We were pumping, right? $108,000. Hey, this is a good level right there at the 50% Fibonacci, 105,900. This was a good zone for the price to actually come down, and maybe we could get a bounce because we're in a larger correction move. You know, this Picasso drawing that I have here, as in, you know, trying to guess the price action. No, it's not guessing. It's just saying this is the most solid level. If we were to come down there, I would be interested in speculating on a long position at the 105,900, which is basically where we did come down to. So as we did come down to that level, right? This is basically this level right over here. Let me just get this off the chart, right? Just let me get that Picasso drawing out of the way. And we can get Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high right there, where we do have the 50% Fibonacci with the old daily level. And it's basically kind of a resistance support flip, right? Resistance support flip right over there. Now, we have also the VWAP. VWAP is also what is providing that support. This is a bounce of $1,500. I have already scratched significant profits realizing the bearish case, because this is an aggressive falling knife right there. And you can not only think bullish, I need to be defensive and I need to take profit at my first take profit one, which would be the 382 to 50% Fibonacci, just in case this is a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, right? Or a double 1, 2, 1, 2. I need to always think about the risk of the bearish case scenario, not only say this is bullish, we're going to hit to all-time high, I'm longing right there, not taking any profits, not being defensive, and I will only add to the long position if we break down. Absolutely not. I'm not interested in a long position if we break down from the current lows. So you really need to, depending on your strategy, you need to manage it here significantly. I already scratched $1,000 of this trade. If we were to hit all-time high, then it would be another, another 1,500 or so, right? So there is the risk, but why did I believe that this zone had to, would probably get a bounce, right? And we have a chance for the price to come all the way up to all-time high. Well, there's an explanation behind that. And the price could just collapse from here. It could just break down, but got in the trade, scratched some profits, and have a tight stop loss, managing risk very, very well. It's a profitable trade regardless. So let me just give that explanation here from this, possibility of the price bouncing at this level, right? Why the reason of this bounce as we do get to 105,900, and give the technical explanation and perspective based on Elliott wave theory, based on confluence that we have right there, just the resistance, consolidation, flip as support. That could be just a basic reason for anybody that does basic. Sometimes the basics work, right? Just the basics work. But if you add a little bit of more technical analysis, right, to support your possible setup, then you have the lows that were created here, guys. The lows created early this morning, right? I mean, at least my time. This was about 2 o'clock in the morning, my time. So how did the price move up here, right? How did we move to the upside? We moved very strongly, right? And we could have moved up with multiple 1-2s right there. Well, multiple. We got 1-2, 1-2 right there. That's what I can see. I can see the price action forming like a double 1-2 right over here, right? There is like a double 1-2. Eventually, you do want the third wave to be the strongest wave most of the times, right? So I have to consider this as a wave 3 because it has the highest volume. There's a lot of volume on the peak here for the rejection, but overall the highest volume and the most explosive move. So if I come to the conclusion that there is a chance for this to be a wave 3, and I am looking for a wave 4, I have to realize which is the best level to speculate on a wave 4 to then create a wave 5 to the upside to take out all-time high, break out to much higher levels, or create a double top, failed auction, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. It's your target zone. You are getting the heck out here, regardless if the price continues to 200K or not. It's a day trade setup, just like the short yesterday was a scalp short. Start getting out when you sweep up some local lows and get a bit of volatility. That's your TP1. You're getting a bit of a reaction here. Get out. Protect your position with your stop loss. If you get some extra price action to the downside, perfect. You take more profits. And then you flip here bullish because you're at a daily level. You're looking for a long here. You're at the value area high of the entire range, right? This level at 100K was very much expected to get support, right? This was the level of support. If we were to come down there, getting a drop of over $5,000, we looking for a long here at 100K, guys. The confluence is insane. You got massive support, value area high of the range, this, that, the other, right? Adding some confluence right there to back up why did we bounce from this zone. So right now, we have the next scenario. Don't worry, there's trades opportunities every single day, every single hour almost, especially when we're looking at the scalp day trade scenarios. So now what we're analyzing here, right, is the local move, right? On higher time frame, there is a lot of speculation of we are going to go to higher levels. Hey, This could be an initial wave 1 right there, wave 2. We formed like a flat structure throughout yesterday. This could have been 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, the most bullish case scenario, that this has been a bit of an expanding move, which doesn't look too great, I have to be honest here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, basically a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and an expanding move. Yeah, I mean, unless you have this and this being the flat right there on your wave 2, and you are in the formation of a wave 3 right now, and you're just going to blast off to 120, 130K in the next couple of days. I mean, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is very bullish. So could it be a 1-2 and we're forming the third wave? This 1-2 was extremely shallow, formed a flat scenario, and now we're just going to absolutely rip. And this has been your wave 1. It could be. It could be. Has this been your A wave? This has been your B wave. And now you're forming a C wave formation, and you have an ABC, right? You're going to head up above $110,000, a bit more to the upside. And then you're going to start collapsing down in a 5-wave move down, forming an ABC flat. I mean, this is also a possibility. This would still be bullish. This would still be bullish because this would not look like an end of a move. This is not a move that you would finish right there now as a double top, and that's it, right? This is the high for Bitcoin. Not in a million years. The structure that we formed here is not a finished movement. It's an unfinished movement. So this cannot be the high. It just cannot be the high. So we're expecting another new all-time high because this structure is not finished. You cannot form this wave, this correction, and this small little wave. And we're going to explain why on the lower time frames as well, why higher levels is the most likely eventually, because this is not a finished impulse. It's not a finished structure. Okay, so even though we top out here and we move to the downside, this will be looking extremely three-wavy right over here. This would actually look incredibly bullish for the next coming weeks, regardless of the price coming back down. And a lot of people will be saying, that's it, the top is in. We formed a double top, but we as technical analysts, we realize that this is not a movement to top out. This is not a finished impulsive move up. So finishing here in a 3-wave structure and then breaking down, guys, we need to be ready because we need to pile up here if we do come down below 90K, because the price will bounce back up throughout the next coming months if that were to be the case, right? This is like the bearish case scenario. And then people are going to say, this is a double top. That's it. The top is in for Bitcoin. We got the devastating movement down, right? We got the inauguration of Donald Trump. We had his meme coins launching, right? This is the classic moment to create a top. That's what we do have usually, right? We got this craziness in crypto, right? Which creates usually a local top. It usually creates a local top where you do have extreme greed going through the roof, right? Extreme greed with Trump coming into president with his new meme coin, rest of the other. You do have Google Trends right now. Look at this. Look at the flip on Google Trends throughout the last couple of days. It's gone absolutely bananas. We peaked out in November, December here when we had the first initial leg up, right, in last November. Look at crypto right now on Google Trends. Trump president today, his launch on the weekend, X is going crazy. YouTube is going crazy right now with Donald Trump. Okay, you must see it pop out on most of the thumbnails from your favorite influencer. And crypto search on Google Trends is going absolutely bananas. It's going, this is a good sign. You're getting retail jumping in a lot. So this is good for the next leg to the upside, but it might be a shakeout. This is a moment for a shakeout. Right? November pump. Look what happened. Google Trends skyrocketing. What happened in December? We got a big correction throughout multiple altcoins, right? Most of the altcoins did get a massive pullback in December. So, yeah, we don't like this in the short term. In the short term, You know, you're getting a little bit of those movements to the upside and then possibly creating a peak to shake out all of those new people coming in, because this is fresh people coming into the space right now. When you take a look at Google Trends, last time this happened in November, you know what happened in December, right? We were all crying based on the correction that happened, and people were spooked away, right? People in December, right, left the space. No more Google search, right, on crypto, altcoins. You know, forget about that. It's going down. Oh my goodness. Now we're having the same scenario, right? We're having that hype. Donald Trump as president, right, with his meme coin, which is throughout all over, not only social media, throughout media as well, which is very alarming in the short term. You could expect a few movements to the upside, but it's something to be very aware of, guys. So let's go right away through the next explanation here, based on this scalp long trade, which has a chance to come up to all-time highs, right? There is a chance. You want to long at the best level possible, which is down here in between the 50% Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high, with the VWAP, right there, absolutely golden, with the back test of this resistance support flip, right? Just keeping it simple. VWAP, resistance support flip, old daily level, and the 50% Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high. Because if this is a third wave, you do not want your fourth wave, this right over here, to hit the golden pocket. The moment you come down to this range, it invalidates the possibility of this scenario. So this is your best shot right there at the VWAP 50% Fibonacci zone resistance support flip to speculate on a wave 4, 5, we heading up to all-time highs. Now what we are looking at here, all right, is possibly a 4, 5, okay, and another 4, 5 right over here. And the main reason why is because you have, from the lows created early this morning, a 1-2 right there. I mean, I can see a 1-2 right there. This is a move up and then a correction. There's no doubt about it. And what we do have here is another move up and another movement sideways. So you have to consider the scenario of a 1-2 setup here. You got a double 1-2 coming to the upside, and the biggest move up has to be your wave 3, especially coming after this. So if this is a double 1-2 and this is the third wave, which has the highest amount of price action and volume, this has to be your wave 4. It doesn't have to be, right? Because this is probabilities. But if we are looking at the bullish case scenario in this case, this has to be your wave 4. If this is bullish and we're looking to hit all-time high again, this has to be your wave 4. And if you're speculating on a long position here, your best entry is the 50% Fibonacci, the resistance support flip with the VWAP, the session VWAP providing the support. So your entry has to be round about the 50%, round about the VWAP. You recover, you enter, your stop loss is at the low. That's the explanation of this long trading setup that I've already locked a lot of profits just in case this is an impulsive move down. But it does look like that this is corrective. And I will continue the explanation for this in the next coming minutes. I mean, if we get to all-time high, I can bank a couple of $1,000s, then bring it on. That's a good day. If we do break down, well, let's continue here with the wave 4, guys, because there's more to it, right? Well, let's just zoom in ever so slightly and analyze this local price action, just because, hey, there needs to be lots of people will say, what the heck is this? This is just a regular ABC, but it's not. It's not a regular ABC. It comes a little bit more in detail than just a regular ABC right there, right? most of the people would read it, and eventually if you break out, then yeah, you're looking at a 3-wave corrective structure. But there is a little bit more to it. It's a bit more complex than just an ABC correction, because in an ABC, what you want to see on your C wave is basically a 5-wave move, and there's no 5-wave move here. There's no 5-wave move on your C wave, regardless of where you get the B, right? There's no 5 waves. There's just a 3-waver, regardless if you get it from here, right? Because then you have this and then this, or you got this and then this, right? So this is not an ABC corrective move. It's a WXY. We've got a very, very complex movement here, which, if it were to be the bullish case, because this looks extremely corrective, right? Lots of people may think, oh my goodness, this is like a wedgie structure. It's a bear flag, right? It's a ascending wedge, and we're going to break down, which it could happen. I'm not saying it's not, but most will believe that, right? Most will believe that. We're extending a little bit too much right now on this movement, which is making me a little bit skeptical just about hitting the golden pocket, right? Yeah, golden pocket right there, which invalidates the ultimate bearish case. Even though it can reject at the golden pocket, we do know that golden pocket is the most respected Fibonacci retracement level, but this would not be a short that I would want to take. Looking at this, I mean, even though you can get the rejection here, you know, you are hitting golden pocket from the latest move. Would expect maybe a possible pullback. But you're building up here very nicely. This could be a double 1-2 right there. It does look, there is the bullish case. 1-2, 1-2. I would be a little bit skeptical if you lose this low successfully. It looks pretty good for continuation to the upside. Let's go through this here, guys, because there has to be an explanation based on this move. For the moment, beautiful bounce at the VWAP, beautiful bounce at the, you know, resistance support flip, beautiful bounce at the 50% Fibonacci if you're considering this a wave 4, right? It's like the limit zone. You don't want to hit the golden pocket. So, I mean, this is your entry zone, and you're managing risk very, very well here. So, considering this is not an ABC, what we do have here from the all-time high created early this morning, depending on where you are, and pay attention here, guys, because there is an explanation, because people will go crazy analyzing the waves on the chart. What the heck is this? What is this right there? Now, what is this right there? This is bearish, right? If we are considering the bullish case that this is going to hold, and it's going to break up here throughout the next coming hours regardless, right? I mean, this is your entry. I wouldn't enter a long position here at the golden pocket, right? Even though I think there could be high probability in moving up, because it's just, where would you put your stop loss, right? This is like a risky entry at the moment. You need to know exactly where to enter, right? Would I put stop loss here? I'm targeting the all-time highs, right? It's just not a trade that you would take in a million years, right? If you're going to take a long, you have to take it from good levels where you can manage risk much better, right? Where you can manage risk much better, you can be defensive, you can scratch a bit of profits here and leave some open for the possible leg here to the upside. So, looking at this movement, why does it look extremely corrective apart from hitting the golden pocket right now, which invalidates the scenario for a wave 4? So that is out of the window, in my opinion, for this to be a short trade. You have from the all-time high, and it's really understanding the waves, guys, because a WXY is a complex move. You can have all sorts in a WXY, okay? You have a flat scenario here from all-time high early this morning, right over here, and this is a flat. It's a running flat, which is rare, but you hit the 0.9 retracement here on the B wave, which is a minimum target to consider a flat, and you do not take out the lows, almost. So it's a running flat right there. When you do take a look at the next movement, you have a zigzag. You have a zigzag right over here to the upside. And what you do have here is another zigzag. You got a low, you got a high, and you got another low right over here. So when you have a flat in W, you can form a zigzag and a zigzag on your wave Y, okay? So, I mean, if you were to form a zigzag here on your wave W, then you could not form another zigzag here in a sideways WXY, but you can if you form a flat right there. So you formed a little bit of a really, really complex, quick, flat scenario here, a zigzag right over here, and another zigzag here. You got low. I mean, you would consider this from this pivot, right? I'm not sure if this, yeah, this pivot didn't take out the high. So high, low, forming that WXY. You got a flat in your W. You got your Y zigzag right there and another zigzag here on your Y. So you come to that conclusion here that this has been a bit of a complex movement. But when you zoom out, you realize that you are hitting major support. The major support is VWAP, the session VWAP. You got the resistance support flip from yesterday, just basic technical analysis, resistance flips into support. And you have the 50% Fibonacci. I mean, anybody would say, why do I need to know all of this nonsense of Elliott wave theory? It just helps you to add confluence. Why would I need to know this when I can just long a resistance support flip, right? Why complicate so much the technical analysis where this is just a resistance from yesterday flipping into support today? Get your Elliott wave theory out the window. I don't need it. Well, it just gives you a little bit of more confidence, right? Because from the lows yesterday, early this morning, you got this movement up, and I can clearly see a double 1-2 here. For me, it's a clear double 1-2. I don't know you guys, but this looks impulsive once you have this movement up. With this movement up with high volume and such an explosive move, you realize that this structure looks unfinished. It looks unfinished. Could it be a zigzag, just a 1-2-3 scenario? It could, but it would be kind of unlikely, right? Just looking at the probabilities. But so, like I said, if you are on the bullish side of seeing the momentum to continue up, and you're analyzing this structure, and this is a wave 3, you're getting Fibonacci from the bottom of your wave 3 to the top of your wave 3. And your best entry is the 50% Fibonacci, or even slightly below the 50% Fibonacci. It's your best zone to speculate on a long position on your wave 4, and your 618 is your invalidation level. So overall, it looks like the all-time high is potentially going to happen in the next coming hours. Also, what is very interesting about this movement is the price action hitting the 0.88 Fibonacci from all-time high to the low. The fact that you hit the 0.88 on the dead cat bounce, it is a significant bounce that decreases the probability in forming a wave 2. Wave 2 most commonly in between 50% and 7-8. This is too much of a wave for a wave 2. It's too much of a bounce, giving you high probability that whatever happens next here in this zone is corrective, and that you are likely going to be hitting all-time high later on. So especially with this movement, my goodness, when you range like this, if this were to be a 1-2 and you're moving down very aggressively, you would want the price to move down aggressively from this pivot. Break down, not range here like this, because that just gives you a better reason that this is corrective. It gives you a much better reason to believe that this is corrective, because if this would be a 1-2, you want that third wave to start breaking down aggressively, which was not the case throughout today, giving you the possibility of this being a WXY. So if we were, yeah, I mean, let's go through the comment section, guys. I mean, that is the brief explanation from that long position that's been taken right over here, okay? The explanation of this long trade that was talked about in the Legends trading community. Of course, we, put the money where my mouth is, because this was a scenario that was mentioned early this morning on today's update. This could be a wave 4 formation in a complex correction. The best level is looking at the resistance support flip on the 50%, and then maybe look for another new all-time high, right? Because a lot of people will speculate on double top, right? All-time high right now on Bitcoin. And I know that a lot of people would speculate on that scenario, which is, I mean, I have to say, this all-time high from December, it does look very double toppy. There's going to be a lot of people wanting to short this failed breakout, this swing failure pattern, basically. There's going to be a lot of people that want to short this. We are still looking for day trade scalp longs, guys. We are uptrending. We only hit all-time high today. And there's going to be a lot of people wanting to short a possible double top. But based on the analysis, it's highly more likely that we do hit all-time high again, guys, okay? So, and we want to get into the best entries possible. Matter of fact, you can see the liquidity that has been building up above all-time high. You do have significant liquidity. It's heading to $110,000, right? There's a lot of it building up. There's people wanting to short this speculative double top. So it's a target zone for all over, for us as the bulls out there right now, still bullish, right? We are targeting all-time high again, which is the take profit zone for this day trade. Anyway, anybody that is interested to get into trading just using an email and a password, guys, come and trade with me here on Weeks. It's absolutely golden. You only need an email and a password on Weeks, and you get the biggest deposit bonus and the biggest fee discount. You just need to scroll down here on the video description. You got the second link where you also get 50% fee cut, all right, with my link. So check it out, guys. Weeks is definitely a great alternative to Bybit. If you can trade on Bybit, I would go with Bybit as well, if you could. But if you can't, Weeks is... I'm trading on Weeks here throughout the last few weeks, and I absolutely love Weeks as I trade it for the last few weeks on Weeks, right? It's absolutely golden, guys. So check it out. You got the link down below, guys. Just an email and a password, and you entering the platform in a matter of minutes. It's time for comment section, guys, okay? Not much more has to be said on Bitcoin here. Weekend has been absolutely epic. Do we want to talk about the meme coins, right? Would I enter Trump? I didn't get in. I woke up Saturday morning and I checked all of this. Was it a scam? Trump official, right, on his X account. And people were like, oh my goodness, why didn't he announce this a few weeks ago? Why didn't he talk about it? Is it a scam? Did he get hacked? And I remember seeing it at $9 on Saturday, guys. I didn't get in. I did not get in on Trump. But it was at $9 on Saturday morning when I saw it. And I was very, very skeptical. It already pumped significantly, as you know. All right. Oh, it's already a few billion market capitalization. Should I put, I was just about to put a bit of play money in, right? Just maybe $1,000 or a couple of $1,000. And wow, my goodness, this did another 8x throughout Saturday and Sunday. Just yesterday, hitting almost $80. I was like, wow. Would I get in now? I don't know, guys. I think this he will make whatever it takes for this to not fail, because his name will go down in history if this were to just be a pump and dump, and it's just gonna go down to very low levels just for a few dollars. So there is massive risk. There is massive potential. He is the president. It's his coin. So is it a good investment opportunity? We'll take that with a grain of salt, guys. I am not in personally. I missed out. But overall, you get the deal. I'm a Bitcoin trader. I trade Bitcoin. But it's good to see all of this, right? It's fascinating. Let me just go quickly through the comment section. Now, yes, legends. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of the explanation of the technical analysis, right? What we're looking at here, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to short the double top, guys. We can see it with the liquidity. There's a massive liquidity pocket here above all-time high, just bringing fuel for the possible leg up here. We're going to talk about some trading levels, okay? What I am considering here as some trading levels, all right? So make sure to pay attention. I want to go through the comment section. My long-term plan is 2 months. Absolutely. You know, if we do not get these pumps on altcoins, guys, by April, then we need to be concerned about the situation, right? Everything points out that February, March to April, the 2-3 months is where we should be seeing the initial stage pumps. Some altcoins, such as Chainlink, are doing pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with Chainlink. It's just it is where it needs to be. ICP, for example, this has to be a great zone. I have the box right now, guys. We are not getting into these hyped meme coins. We're doing the technical analysis and we're realizing what could be the next 2-3x, either with low leverage or buying on spot. And a 2-3x, who can double, triple their money, right? With looking at high probability scenarios. You can jump onto a meme coin. You can jump onto Trump. And, you know, if you are jumping in right now, I have no idea what this is going to do, right? This is only launched, right? Hey, could it go to $100 in the next few days? Absolutely. It could do that 2x. Could it dump down? It could definitely do so as well. So I don't have high probability scenarios on this coin. So I like to take a look at the ones that I am, you know, have higher conviction. I see the high probability move. And one of them is ICP, I have to say. I do have a bag of this one. So I'm trying to pump my bag talking about it here as well. Only joking, guys. You know, I haven't got enough. This is already a multi-billion market cap. So the technical analysis does suggest that we are likely going to form another wave to take out the March highs. Regardless of this being bearish, this might take a few weeks. Regardless of this move being an ABC, right? ABC right over here. It could be the case. I am ready to collect profits above $20, $25, $30 if we do reach there. It could be an ABC move. Or it could be the most bullish case eventually, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we could still get volatility to $9, $8, right? As long as we maintain the $6 low here, we are good. We are still good. So it's this is why I have the green box range. This green box range for me is an acceptable accumulation area, especially with this wedgie structure. This is corrective. This is very, very corrective after this movement up that we had in November. So this one, yeah, I have much more confidence to say there's high probability that this actually, you know, in the next coming weeks moves up, then moves down. So if I know this is highly more likely, and this is a great zone, this should be the zone of reaccumulation, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be pretty confident that this should be the next move with high probability. It's only going to be a 2x. That's boring, right? It might do a 3x. That's boring. I want to get into a 10, 20x altcoin, right? Well, then you need to go down the rabbit hole, go on Dex screen, right? And get into Trump coin, right? Get into Trump or get into Putin coin. This is one that I was looking at this with one of the guys of the team today, and it was a pump and dump. It's a pump and dump. We got Putin, official Putin right now launching, right? You're obviously going to see this, right? You're going to see the Korean one as well very soon if it's not launched already. But you need to be very cautious, right? If you want to get in quick, get out quick. You're getting into a pump and dump, right? These are risky risky bets, okay? I don't want to get into any of this. I want to talk about solid technical analysis, high probability movements that we could get in the coming weeks, guys. I don't want to put my viewers in danger. I want to talk about good risk management, good trading setups, and just like I provide here with the Legends trading community, as shown, right? We're looking at trades, sensible trades here, and not looking at, meme coins where we're just gambling, basically, right? There could be a 20x or it could be a 95% loss, right? So anyway, let's go right away. Bro, Elliott wave theory is not even legitimate. Oh my goodness. Well, I have to say, it is very legitimate. You need to understand how to read it, and you always have a bullish or a bearish case based on Fibonacci levels. So it seems like you are new to the channel here, China Productions, but you should really stick around, and you will see how very powerful it is. Aditya, my man, NFA. Legends here. I got my moderators giving power. Aditya, let's go. Aiden, I also mentioned short and long setup. Absolute legend. 1,366 watching. Let's pump up that like button. How many likes do we have? 𝗖𝗍 in a great level for accumulation. Dog of co-founder 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗽 check on deck screen. Very true. Very true. We got the what's the name of this dog? 𝗖𝗍 from the Sui ecosystem. It's one of the meme coins. 𝗖𝗍 has done incredibly well throughout the last few months. Ecosystem is kind of lagging behind. Where is the, I mean, it is a buy here on CoinGecko. It has had a pretty sharp correction throughout the last few months. So yeah, it's basically at the bear market lows, which was from October. Testing the lows right now, down 70%. I mean, it is at the lows from October. It is a meme coin on the Sui ecosystem, named by the founder of Sui. 2.9 million market cap. It's a dog. We know that dogs do well. It's it's the dog named after the Sui founder, right? This could do well. It's a low cap. Could this go to 50 million, 100 million in the next couple of months? I mean, we are expecting that altcoin season, and Sui has done very well. If you are interested, I mean, like Aditya is saying here in the comment section, this is at the lows from October. It's literally at the low. So if you got in here at the high, then you're not happy. But if you want to consider a reaccumulation, well, this is the level that you should consider, right? When everything's gone to crap and it's at the lows, this is the best shot that you can have, right? Because then it does this and it does a 10x. You want to be in that 10x, right? If it does manage to recover. So let's go on debt screen here, because this one is 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗽 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗽, there it is. Now, we can't do much here on deck screen, but overall, it's back at the October lows, right? So possibly it could even dip down below ever so slightly, but it's back at the lows, right? You could arguably discuss this as the order block testing the lows. Dog named after the Sui co-founder, right? The dog from the Sui co-founder. It's at the lows. You don't want to get in on the pumps. Back at the lows. I would say it's an acceptable range to consider throwing in some play money, right? Let's go through the comment section. Pac-Man, my man, much love to you. I did not see you. I just seen you right away. Umbrella, please. It's going down crazy. Umbrella is down at the lows. It's gone down crazy. This one, like I mentioned, there's not much to say about this one. This one will pump when it needs to pump. It's at the base zone. There's really not much to say. It's dumped like crazy, somebody said. It's just gone down to the reaccumulation levels, right? Every time we come down to this range, it seems like a boring range, right? But this is the zone. What can I say? This will take a pump at some stage. It's just a matter of being patient. It's a boring game for these cryptos, right? This is an oracle. It's an old project. It will have its moment, right? This is not an AI agent where we have the massive niche and hype. It's a solid project that has been building, a solid oracle. It's at accumulation levels. It's just a matter of time in the next couple of months where it will get that pump to come back here to the highs. It's just a matter of being patient. What can I say? Let's go. Brett, please. Can we take a look at Brett? What are the coins? Andy, render analysis. What can I say about render? The ultimate AI project, right? This one, yeah. Regarding the technical analysis on this one, I mean, the most bullish case scenario for the cycle, we did break trend here, coming down to backtest it. What a beautiful backtest that we had here a few weeks ago on the lower high resistance. This looks very zigzaggy, right? Very zigzag. Can't believe someone saying that Elliott wave theory is not legitimate. My goodness, it has to be one of the most powerful tools that you can use, right? In my opinion, we've proven it, right, on the channel based on Fibonacci, length of the waves, right? Anyway, this does look very corrective right over here. Very three wavy after a massive run that we had in 2023. So render looks pretty damn solid. Looks pretty damn solid still. And I have to come to the conclusion here. Yeah, that for the moment from this low, I have to say this is not a 1, 2, 3. You're overlapping the first wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this going to be a bit of an expanding move right there? It's possible. Not looking too great. What we do have is a possibility of a WXY. That's what's most likely, where you have a zigzag. You have another zigzag here. And right now, you are very possibly going to be forming a large triangle. A large triangle forming that WXY, and then you're rocketing here. So it seems like it's going to be a little bit rangy for the next couple of weeks. Unless it's a double 1, 2 here. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? You're retracing down to the golden pocket range, maybe 7, 8 Fibonacci, and you're just going to explode from here. Regardless of what happens, understanding this movement up is very impulsive. This does look very corrective, especially after this movement up. This does not look impulsive to the downside because we do not have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the bounce. We have a 3-wave move and a significant bounce after a 3-wave move. So this invalidates the scenario of this being bearish for the next coming weeks. It just tells me that this movement has been an invalidation that we've had a few weeks ago. This has been an invalidation of the bearish case, which is still a large complex correction. Now, there is a situation here with this movement that you've only got 3 waves up. The wave 4 has retraced, hitting the highs of your wave 1. So that's not too great. On a wave 4, we do not want to overlap your wave 1, right? You don't want to retrace to the golden pocket. So there is a situation here. There is 2 scenarios. The bearish one is invalidated, that we're not going to continue down. And there's only 2 scenarios. They are both bullish. There's one ever so slightly bearish on the mid time frames. That is either a double 1, 2. You're going to maintain support here and break out in the coming weeks very aggressively from the highs created here in December. It's one possible scenario. So overall, this consolidation is good. Retracement to golden pocket 7, 8. We are proving to see some support there. And the other scenario is that you have a very large WXY complex correction move, which is going to be boring for a few more weeks, which is a zigzag, and now either a triangle formation, right? And then you break out here throughout, you know, late Q1 or early Q2, or you're going to form a flat, which it is rare, but you would have to come up to the highs and then come back down to the lows and then consolidate and then start moving up. That would be, you know, this, it does happen. It does happen on a WXY. You do get the W in a zigzag, the X in a zigzag, and a flat in a Y. And then you trap some longs, you stop them out, get everybody bearish, and then you rock it, right? Or the easiest scenario is that you get a triangle formation and A, B, C, D, E, bang. And then you break out. If we form a triangle in the next few weeks, it's going to be incredibly bullish, guys. Zigzag, zigzag, triangle, bang. It's going to be very, very interesting to see if we do form that triangle on render. So let's go through the comment section, guys. People don't want to do that. Don't want to analyze these kind of scenarios. What's going on with Bitcoin? Will we manage to climb up to all-time high? It does look like the bears will say that this is a wedge structure. We are forming a wedge right there. This is a bear flag. We're going to break down. Very, very skeptical on this scenario just because we've moved up too much. We've moved up too much here to this be impulsive to the downside. Could it still be a double 1-2 right there? And it's still a possibility. I don't like it too much. I don't like it. There's just no real 1-2 here. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. The bullish case looks highly likely. Okay, this would not be a level that I would be interested in taking a short or a long position. I'm not long in here eventually, right? Because we could be hitting some local resistance levels, right? We could be hitting the point of control from this range created today, which is round about here, right? It is round about where we at right now. Not a great level to jump into a long, even though I would expect a possible breakout. If anything, you know, this is resistance. If we take a look at all-time high to the pivot low, my goodness, it is where we have the golden pocket. This could be a level where the price could reject at 108.1. There is confluence, but regardless, I would still think that the price will head up to all-time high. If we get the resistance here, you have the point of control from this range of today with the golden pocket from all-time high to the low. So possible pullback is there, right? It is there. Let's turn on the air conditioning on, guys, as we do get that like button absolutely destroyed. If you want to go through the technical analysis, anybody that has joined right now the stream in the last few minutes, we explain Bitcoin the first 30 minutes, the technical analysis, and explaining why it is highly likely that we do head up again to all-time high. Check out the Bitcoin technical analysis at the beginning, explaining the different trading setups that we mentioned throughout the weekend in the legends, and also this long position that got into here with the legends, explaining why this level was an incredible level to bounce right there. Just looking for all-time highs in the next coming hours. Give it a chance, give it a possibility. If you're interested in trading, guys, on weeks, been testing out weeks the last few weeks, and it's absolutely awesome. Just an email and a password, and you got the best fee discount and the biggest bonus. You just need email and password. There's a competition going on right now where you can win a Mercedes, also a Rolex. You can join that competition with the link down below, guys. It's the second link, as you can see. Weeks, $20,000 bonus, 50% fee discount. You got Bitcoin and hundreds of altcoins. They even actually launched the Trump coin there, okay? Bybit, for me, still number one, but you want an alternative to Bybit. If you can sign up to Bybit, I would go with Bybit, but if you can't, Weeks is great. Let's go through comment section as I do turn the air conditioning on, and we get that like button to at least 500 likes, and then we take a look at more altcoins, guys. Let's crush the like button because it's bearish. We go through the technical analysis, explaining the scenarios, explaining what, giving the explanation of the trading setups, right? There's an explanation behind every trade that I take. There's an explanation. We don't randomly jump in on a trade because I think it's going to dump or I think it's going to pump. There's an explanation. That explanation of the long was explained in the legends and also at the beginning of the stream, guys. Destroy the like button for the education. We can go through Say right away, my man. 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗫𝗏𝗫. We're going to go through Say. Let's get to 500 likes, because if not, I'm out, guys. I've had it. I have had it with the like button. It's not bullish enough. Should I short sell crypto? My man, we are exactly where we need to be, guys. I need you to hang around just 1 second, because this is crucial to understand. You at the most difficult stage of the bull run where shakeouts are very much real. Okay? Yeah, short it all, bud. I'm going to take a look at Say, guys. Say is just looking quite okay. What can I say about Say? What can I say about Say? Nothing to say about Say. Say is still in the zone. This is the zone. This is the zone. I'm still expecting this for Say, guys. However, you want it to pump right now, as we mentioned it. This is going to take a few weeks, guys. It's going to take a few weeks, but overall, I'm looking for the highs above $1.20 on Say, guys. We will get that bull run. It's going to happen regardless, okay? Not much to say about Say. Let's take a look at the timing here, which is muy importante. From the lows to the highs, we are just about hitting the 0.382 timing for this correction right there. Pretty nice, pretty good. This is what I want to see. Very nice. Very, very good. So overall on Say, this is kind of what I am expecting for Say for the next coming weeks. You know, it should be bottoming out soon in this red box zone. This bars pattern is from 𝗏. Now, there is a technical analysis reason based on this setup right there, because most of the basic TA, guys, you will have the ascending broadening wedge, which is bearish. It's a bearish flag pattern, whatever. You're going to break down. You're going to go to much lower levels. But it's a fake out. It's a fake out, and you have a massive recovery. There is an explanation behind this, guys, not the basic technical analysis that you learned on this random YouTuber. There's a theory behind this. From the launch of Say, in 2023, you had a massive leg to the upside. It was the Ethereum killer. It was another Ethereum killer, right, from the bunch of them. It is a good project. Now, we got this first initial big hype pump and a big correction, right, throughout 2024. This movement to the upside moved up in a 5-wave structure. It doesn't look good at all. It's an ascending broadening wedge. We're breaking down. This is bearish. It's what most would believe. What most would believe. However, we have this technical analysis, which is an expanding wave 1. All of this is a wave 1. Then you get your wave 2 breaking the support. Not good. We broke support, guys. We go into 0. We broke support. We're going to go much lower. This is not the case. It's not the case. This is a reaccumulation area. And for me, understanding the charts that I'm going to explain now in the next coming minutes, guys, stay tuned, because you need to understand this to realize where we at in the crypto bull run. Altcoins haven't done shit, guys. Altcoins haven't done anything, right? Yes, we have Trump coin. We got AI agents. We got the niches and some meme coins, random meme coins out there that have done very well the last few months, okay? But we are talking about general projects, good general projects that haven't seen the liquidity flow yet, which is very much expected to happen. So with this scenario, I'm expecting a wave 3. I'm expecting something very similar that happened on 𝗏, right? which is that it's first initial from the launch, big pump, big correction, expanding move, breakdown, and then the rally. And this is just Elliott wave theory, guys. Okay, Elliott wave theory. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your wave 1. You got your wave 2, very boring, bottoming out, and then bang, we expect this move in the coming weeks. So I did buy some stay here at this range. You know, the box is there. I will be happy to look at this one in the next coming weeks, see what's it done, right? So overall, let's put some background music because the music has gone off, guys. Let me know about the music. What's going on? So Pac-Man, my man, much love. Smash up the like. Legend says crypto big brains. Much love to you, my brother. Anyway, say it's going to take a bit, guys, but just saying, this hasn't pumped yet. It's at the accumulation and the selling pressure is not looking too convincing. This selling pressure is not too convincing. This for me ain't a bear flag. And you're going to break down and do this. Just saying. This is my opinion. Take this with a grain of salt. I'm just a crazy dude on YouTube talking about technical analysis, right? So it does look good. And I will explain based on the altcoin chart, total 3 market capitalization on why it looks good. Why does it look good? Okay, let's go through the total 3. Why am I expecting total 3 to break out from the previous all-time high of 2021 in the next coming weeks? Well, this has to do with the 4-year cycle, legends. This is the total 3. This is the total 3 on the weekly time frame. Let's just give a nice, simple explanation. Nothing too complicated. The average Joe can understand this. So make sure to stick around because I will explain the next scenario here on altcoins. This is the total market capitalization of Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. We can see this small little peak down there. This was 2017, right? December, where Bitcoin peaked out was at 320 billion market capitalization in 2017 December. When we do take a look at 2018 January, 2017 December, altcoins do lag behind, right? This is January basically of 2018, just a few weeks later. 350 billion, that's where we did peak. Very similar to Bitcoin. 330 billion, just Bitcoin. 350 billion altcoins. Fast forward to 2021. This was 2021, right? 2021. 1.1 trillion. It peaked in the bull run in 2021 at $1.1 trillion market capitalization. This is altcoins. Total 3. Bitcoin, 2021. 1.2 trillion, 1.3 trillion. Very similar. 1.3 trillion, 1.1 trillion on altcoins. Bitcoin today is at $2.1 trillion. $2.1 trillion. Altcoin market capitalization today is at $1.1 trillion, slightly below. So if the total 3 on altcoins, and history does not need to repeat, but it only rhymes in all of this. Yes, I know. If we peaked at the same market capitalization on the previous cycles, and this has to do with the money flow, guys. This has to do with the money flow. people understand that are in crypto that they will not make as much gains on Bitcoin, and money flows goes throughout the different high cap coins. This time is different, you may say. This time is different, you may say. People like to make gains. People don't care about the coins and the future technology. People want to make money. So there will be the speculation of making money on altcoins regardless. People are here to make gains, not for the tech. So I speculate and I look for the prediction of having potentially another $1 trillion coming into altcoins in the next coming months. Bringing the moves on these different altcoins such as ICP, Avalanche, Near Protocol, and all of these good projects, Render, right? Some people that might, be in Render as well. We ain't looking for a 10x on Render or ICP. It could do so, but that is a main reason based on the 4-year cycle theory. When we do take a look at the Bitcoin dominance did not go down, okay, since it started in March of 2017, where we started collapsing very aggressively in a matter of weeks. In this case, going from 95% down to 70% in a matter of a few weeks. This was quick. 2021, the same thing happened. We did not start going down. Okay, we did go down a bit and we were ranging throughout January and February. This right over here was January and February of 2021. Nothing happened. Ranging. We're actually going even up right now. We started to collapse in March, throughout March, April. That's when we had the massive altcoin season. So we are in January right now. This, it's actually going up. So we might even hit the highs on the dominance and then maybe go down in March, right? Maybe April, maybe late February. But overall, we still don't need to collapse based on the 4-year cycle theory. It started in March, so we're still not going to see nothing happen on altcoins maybe for the coming weeks. Maybe for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, we might see some shakeouts. When we take a look at the total 3 market capitalization and try and understand a little bit to map what happened, right? Try and understand, where we are in this cycle, because I can't believe it. I have so many different friends and people saying, what's going on? Are we going to go higher? When are we pumping? When are we? It's like, hey. We are front running the previous cycles. We are ahead from the previous cycles, mainly on Bitcoin and some altcoins. But overall, on the previous cycle, when did we test the all-time high? This was in February of 2021. February of 2021, we were testing the highs of the total crypto market cap, right? The peak from 2018, January. In February of 2021. We didn't even start pumping till March. So when we do fast forward, don't tell me that history doesn't need a repeat, because we came up faster this cycle to test the highs than the previous cycle. We did come up there. The price did come up there. Any bears out there, screw you. We are exactly where we need to be. We are exactly where we need to be. Nothing has changed. We actually front running ever so slightly the previous cycle. So we're actually moving forward faster. So we do not need to break out just yet, but soon. So we are testing the highs. In my opinion, we will not double top here and enter a bear market in the coming months. We will break out successfully. This is January, February. This right over here, testing the previous highs, was February. We didn't even start pumping till March, April. And this was only 2 months, guys. This was a 2 months altcoin season. Very quick. It's potentially going to repeat. This is the moment, right, to hold on tight and not get shaked out. in my personal opinion. We are where we need to be. It's January. We're testing the highs of the previous cycle. This was February of 2021. We were testing the highs of the previous cycle. We're actually a few weeks in advance here at the highs. Would expect a possible breakout once the Bitcoin dominance goes down, especially with Donald Trump, the first pro-crypto president, right, in the US. So everything aligned that we are where we need to be. We are where we need to be, legends. Be greedy when everyone is fearful. Yeah, I mean, people are very skeptical with all of this, saying that will this inauguration, the Trump coin, is it a sell the news event, right? Well, apparently not, because we just hit all-time high today. We pumped $10,000 after the drop that we had early this morning, just today. So is this the all-time high? Is this a double top? It does not look like it just yet, legends, okay? Now, I've explained the bearish case scenario is that we form a three-wave structure here throughout the next coming days, and this is a three-wave right there, and then we form a flat, right? That would be devastating. People will get shaken out, and altcoins will take a big, massive hit if that were to be the case. But I will sell XRP first, then Doge, then go in with the bag into other coins, says Werner. Absolutely awesome. Exactly. Keep that money flow. Keep the money flowing into other coins that haven't pumped. Very important. Let's take a look at the super chat here from Henry Lepic. DeFi, it's on Radium. If we don't have it on CoinGecko, I'm not going to do, we won't go on debt screens. DFI, I have no idea what this is. It's on debt screen. This probably launched not long ago. DFI, thanks for the super chat, by the way. You know, the main reason why we're taking a look at this, I mean, this is an extreme low market cap, 2 million market cap, relatively big. It only just launched, right? We've got a big pump right there. What can I say about these coins that have only just launched not long ago, right? In this case, only launched yesterday. Big pump. If you want to do quick flip, if you want to do quick 2-3x's, the problem here, I can't get into these guys because I don't want to put $1,000 or $500 and make a 4-5x and make a couple of thousand grand, right? I would rather trade Bitcoin to make a few $1,000s instead of, you know, these are very low market cap, low liquidity. You need to get in with a few $100, right? Look at this. This is basically $70, $100, $80, $100. Yes, you can do a 10x, but you 10xing $100 or 200. And if you get in here with $1,000, you are going to create a pump and dump. You're going to get a lot of people shorting your pump. Okay, so you need to like scale in with very low, very low amounts of dollars, right? You can see it here, right? 200, 70, 60. If you put $2,000 in here, you're just going to create a pump and you're going to get dumped on, right? So for me, you know, I don't have time to speculate on these low cap cryptos because this is for play money, right? People that want to get entertained and put a few $100 and scale in with 50, 100, 200. I haven't got the time, guys, for this because it's just, for me, it's not worth it. If you want to do it, well, you can do so. There's so many coins launching every single day and you can speculate on it. Just be aware that there's a lot of scams and there's a lot of rug pulls and there's lots of pumps and dumps. Most of them are. So you just need to get in the right moment. So if you ask me about this one, DeFi, I don't know. It's already pumped like 10x, right? I don't know. It's done a 10x already, or I don't know how much it's done. Yeah, it's done over a 10, 15x already from the launch. So if you can get in with $50 or $100 and make 1,500, which is awesome. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm not here to do so. I would like to put $10,000 in or 20, right? Or maybe scaling with a lot every day with a few hundred. I don't know. I don't speculate on these launch guys because they're just very low liquid, very low liquid. It's not worth it for me. Maybe it's worth for some other people, but not for me anyway. And we're not going to analyze the project. I'm hyped too, says Peter. Absolutely awesome. We love being hyped. Hi Andy, would you be nice and look Ethereum? Would I be nice and look Ethereum? With that comment, I will. Would I be nice and look at Ethereum? Come on, if you put that comment, will you be nice? I will take a look at it. Eventually I will. Let's take a look at Ethereum. I haven't been taking a look at Ethereum for a long time. A long time. I got to see this was a fake out. We got a bounce. We got a double top. Absolutely horrendous breakout here from this trend line that, you know, ended up with a double top right there, getting a big correction back down. We need to reset all of this on Ethereum, but Ethereum still looks pretty damn good, I have to say. It still looks good, in my opinion. Ethereum's time will come. Ethereum's time will come. I have to come to the conclusion right now that we are... Yeah, I mean, you got a devastating double top right there. Devastating. Right? Just tested the highs here from March of 2024. Just in December, getting a pullback of over $1,000. And, you know, right now, I like this wedgie structure. This does look very corrective. We had an excellent move up. Bit of selling volume at the high, which is okay. But we got an awesome move here to the upside. Coming down to the value area low of this range, which is acting as support. Value area low of this trading zone that acted as support with that movement down that we had just last week, right? So it looks very wedgy. The structure still looks very bullish. So I have to say that this does look like it wants to break out very soon. I would arguably discuss in the next coming days. A lot of people say that Ethereum is dead. It's still the largest ecosystem out there. Sui is great. Solana is great. Ethereum's still the biggest. It will have its moment eventually. For me, Ethereum is more decentralized than Solana, right? The ecosystem. So overall, I have to come to the conclusion here that this is a double 1-2 right there. And we will explode in a third wave. It just looks the highest probability at the moment. We are uptrending, very strong uptrend. And from this corrective move, that's a 3-wave move. This is very similar to that altcoin that we talked about just about 20-30 minutes ago. I can't remember the altcoin name, but you have a zigzag here and you have a massive move up. This invalidates completely the bearish case. This movement down right over here in a zigzag invalidates the strength of continuation to the downside here. So there is 2 scenarios on Ethereum. They are both bullish. One is slightly bearish, rangy, okay? But the fact, understanding the highs and this local structure from the last few months, from this high in March of 2024, that you have formed a zigzag move right there. There's not 5 waves here. There's no way in a million years that you can count a 5-wave move down here. So this is not impulsive. It is part of a correct move coming from an uptrend. So when we understand this zigzag and this impulsive move up, taking out the highs even here, this movement down is not bearish. This is not a kind of move that you would expect Ethereum to move down. So Ethereum is looking pretty damn bullish. And there is 2 scenarios that are going to happen here. They are both bullish. One's going to take ever so slightly longer. The most bullish one is that you formed a double 1-2 right there, and you are in the formation of a third wave. We're going to see fireworks on Ethereum in the next coming weeks. Breaking in a third wave, followed by 4 5s to the upside, getting above all-time high, right? That is the most bullish case. That is very much a possibility, understanding that an altcoin season is around the corner. So that's what would make more sense here for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. That is one scenario that could happen that is very possible. Now, eventually on a 1-2 setup, you are looking for the price to retrace down to the 618, to the 78, and then bottom out and rocket. You basically held the golden pocket from this pivot low. If you consider this a 1-2, a 1-2, golden pocket is holding. This is the range where it should hold on that double 1-2. Regardless, this is also the level that should hold, because when we do see this, right, because a lot of people that are looking for Elliott wave and saying this cannot be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because the fourth wave has overlapped right there. You've hit the golden pocket. Oh my goodness, this is probably bearish. You need to come to the more complex scenario, which is looking at this as a zigzag. And this is a zigzag as well. You got a 3-wave move up here. There's a 3-wave move. So when you come to that conclusion, you have a ABC, 1, 2, 3, and you have from the low to the highs to the lows. You formed a bit of a triangle scenario here, or a multiple 1-2s, it doesn't matter. You basically got a higher low here in this range, and you got a high right there. With this scenario, there's two possibilities. There's a possibility of forming a triangle right over there, having a B, C, D, E. If we form this range for the next coming weeks, my goodness, this is going to be the most bullish scenario. I would be buying Ethereum like crazy or getting into swing long positions if we manage to form a lower high and a higher low here next. Woo! This is going to be awesome. If we get a lower high and we get a higher low here, we are looking for something like, we're looking for another high and another low here without taking out this low. If we do create one lower high and one higher low, this is going to be incredibly bullish. It will be the most bullish thing that we could do here is form a triangle, because we'll be forming a WXY. So we need to be a little, well, the double 1-2 is without a doubt a possibility, right? Where you have 1-2, 1-2, 3, and you're going to break out in the next couple of weeks already on Ethereum. But if we are going to be ranging, we want to be ready. We'll be ready on the channel. I'll be ready with the legends for an epic swing long position. Low leverage. I mean, the stop loss will be crystal clear, which is taking out the last higher low here. And this will explode. You cannot speculate on a triangle unless you have at least 4 peaks. So this is still very soon, but it's one scenario that could happen as well in the WXY. What we're looking at here is a WXY where you have a zigzag. Hang on a minute. You have a zigzag here in W, a zigzag here on X, and then on a Y you form the triangle with 5 waves, A, B, C, D, E. But you need 4 waves at least. You need another lower high and another higher low. And then you'll be like, guys, we're forming a triangle here that could be the end of the Y, and then we're going to rock it. But we need a few more peaks. So, I mean, if we were to form this kind of structure, my goodness, this is going to be incredibly bullish, because the bearish case is just not possible. This is not possible to be bearish. This is not a 1-2 and then down. This is not impulsive. It's corrective. You've got a 3-wave move. So that is one scenario, and the most complex one here that could happen in a WXY is that you form a flat. That you take out the highs, take out the lows, right? And you take out the highs, you take out the lows, and you form a flat right there. And then obviously we're looking for an epic swing failure pattern from the lows created last week. And this right over here would be your long entry. So, I mean, this is on the daily chart, guys. We're just looking at the higher time frame perspective. So there is the WXY in a triangle. There is a zigzag. This is going to be extremely difficult. I mean, unless we reject from here and come down, then I would say, guys, this is bullish. This is the moment. There's the triangle, the flat scenario, or the most bullish one that is very possible, guys. It seems like we're running out of time here for any larger corrections, is that this has been an ABC, and we've just formed a 1-2, 1-2. We're holding golden pocket, 7-8 zone, and we're just going to rip here in a wave 3 and create 4-5, 4-5 heading to all-time high. So regardless of what happens, Ethereum is bullish. Ethereum is bullish. So, I mean, you could swing long trade with low leverage. We're close enough to the lows. Just be aware that those lows could be claimed again. You could claim, but overall, if you want to get with a low leverage, stop loss should be down at these lows. Regardless if you form a triangle or a flat or a double 1-2, you should be maintaining these lows. So a low leverage swing long or accumulation is without a doubt an option. And if you want to do so, the best platform out there with just an email and a password has to be Weeks, guys. I've been trading on Weeks for the last few weeks, and it's awesome. You just need an email and a password. You got the biggest bonus available, also with fee discount. People don't like paying fees. With my link down below, only my link, you do get 50% fee reduction, right? You need to buy some tokens, but you have the instructions as you sign up with the link down below. You just need an email and a password, and you get access to the 50% fee discount for all of those scalpers out there. Check out Weeks, guys. You just need an email and a password. You got Bybit as well and other links, okay, affiliate links where you do get incredible bonuses. Bybit, Bluffing as well is good. So check it out down below. We are going to be going, so that's my take on Ethereum, guys. Just a higher time frame overview, all right? Ain't going to do lower time frame. We can go absolutely bananas and take a long time here on Ethereum, but it looks bullish. Ethereum is bullish, and I would be expecting all-time high in the next coming months. So, Andy, please take a look at Filecoin and say for a legend in the chat. Absolutely. We did take a look at 𝗖 throughout the stream. 𝗖 has been talked about. Okay, we do have 𝗖. There's not much here to talk about 𝗖. We are in the accumulation box area in between 28 cents and 40 cents. This is the box where I expect 𝗖 to bottom out. There's really not much to go through 𝗖. We're taking a look at it on the daily time frame. But let's take a look at Filecoin here for somebody in the legends. Let's go right away. Take a look at File. And Filecoin is maintaining pretty nice those higher lows. Filecoin. There is some doubts on this one. Let's take a look at Fibonacci from the highs to the lows. Golden pocket was hit. The 618 was hit from highs to the lows. My goodness, to perfection right there. Fibonacci golden pocket never disappoints. As we do understand, Filecoin came back down to the lows, right, of the bear market. Reaccumulation, lows of a bear market is always a zone to load up, guys. It's always on a good crypto, right? If it's one of those pump and dump meme coins, then it's probably going to be dead forever, right? But on a good project such as Filecoin, if you come back down on the higher time frame to the bear market lows, well, eventually it's a good, reaccumulation area, right? It's a good reaccumulation zone. So we've left out the reaccumulation zone. We should be in the leg up here, the last leg up. Not the last leg up, but one of the latest legs up in the altcoin season, which looks pretty lame here because we're basically still in the range. But I expect this one to pop out from the highs. So overall, I am bullish on Filecoin. We are where we should be, guys. Like I explained with the total crypto market cap and Bitcoin market cap, right? We are where we should. So when we take a look at this one, we zoom ever so slightly. Let's go to the, we'll go to the 12-hourly time frame. Don't want to zoom in too much. I'm a little bit skeptical on this one, really. This is not the greatest altcoin. This is not the greatest one that looks very bullish. And just because we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right there, it does look very 5 wavy on this movement down. which it doesn't matter because it could have been an ABC right there, right? It could have been a part of a correction. So we cannot be too bearish. But what I'm a little bit skeptical on here is this latest move down. So overall, we got a bottom formation, accumulation that has popped out to the upside. Very powerful, very nice. And now this is the moment where we need to analyze the situation. It does look very three-wavy, I have to say. This does look very three-wavy from the highs created in December. Could you speculate on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let me just double check here, Fibonacci. Just missed the golden pocket. If we would have hit the golden pocket, it would look very good. But regardless, we do have, I have to go with the bullish case here. I have to go with the bullish case just because this does not look bearish. If this, even though this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth wave being very large as well, very uncommon, I have to come, even though if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if this were to be a zigzag, it's a very shallow pullback for a wave 2, not even hitting the 50%. If this were to be a 1, this is a 2. You're looking for the third wave down right now, and you've only created the first impulsive move down. And this is your wave 2, and this is your wave 3 formation, which is not looking too great. It looks very, I have to say, if this is a 1, 2, 3, you want the third wave to be very aggressive. You need to start being aggressive now, or actually a few days ago. So it doesn't look too aggressive. It's very choppy, very rangy. So I am going to come to the conclusion that this is still part of a larger correction. ABC right there. And we may be forming a triangle. We could be on the triangle formation here, which it's going to be looking pretty good in the next coming days. Let me double check here 1 second. So it would be a little bit shallow, but it could be the case. If we still stick in this triangle and we form, you got an A wave right there, you got a B, possible C right there, D and E. If we do get another bounce, which we kind of are, right, throughout the last 24 hours, last 2 days, if we bounce from here and we come back down like this, it could be a WXY, and we're going to absolutely pop out here in the next coming days. It does look very promising. I mean, if this were to be a 1, 2, 3, we should be breaking down today, tomorrow, right? There's not much room here to speculate that we're in a third wave. I mean, it's still soon, but if we create one lower high in the next coming days, we get a little bit of a bounce, right? We go to ever so slightly higher levels, and then we reject back down. As long as we're coming down to the support, I would say that we were in the E wave. This could be an epic swing long position, but we need another high and then another higher low. We need to come back down again here. If we get squeezed in a triangle, this is not bearish. This is not bearish. This would be a WXY here, and this we're looking for a pop out. And your best entry zone would be getting a bounce and then another move down. And, classic people would say that this is bearish. This is a bearish pennant triangle, and we're breaking down. But it will be bullish coming from this major uptrend. So it's going to be looking very interesting for Filecoin. And if we are in that coming altcoin season, which I do believe, then eventually, yeah, we're looking for a triangle. Let me just double check Fibonacci from this high to the low. Yeah, hit 7.8 Fibonacci. Would be nice to hit the 0.88, because if we did hit 0.88, that would be even more bullish. This would have been more bullish if we would have hit the 0.88. So now we're going to have to remain a little bit patient. If this bounce gets another lower high, whoa, we're forming a triangle here, A, B, C, D, E. And forming a triangle after this move is going to be bullish. So this could be an epic swing long position. It could really be an epic swing long, guys. If crypto had to go crazy in the next coming days, you know, this could bring an stop losses basically at the lows right there. We're looking at the highs. You know, this could be a massive swing long that's going to take a few weeks. So it's going to be looking pretty damn good. I know, guys, this is too techy, too technical. People might get bored, but pay attention. Pay attention to this. Whoever asked for Filecoin, if we form a triangle formation here, which we have high probability in doing so, it will be looking pretty damn good. Anyway, let's go right away. Andy, look at ETC. Ethereum Classic. Wow. Ages. Sir, can you recommend an entry on BTC? I'm kind of new in trading. If you are new in trading, you need to learn technical analysis. You need to stick around, okay? Understand. In the Legends trading community, we have the modules, okay? You have the link down below. This will take you to the website, and you have the modules going through naked pointer controls, daily levels, how to analyze the levels of confluence to look for trading setups. That's what you want to learn, right? How we look for the trading setups. And you have that in modules, right? Also with Elliott Wave Theory in the Legends trading community, where you do get access to the Discord and you get help and you get your questions answered. Nothing better to be in an active with like-minded people community, okay? Which for me is the Legends trading community. You got Devil, you got other coaches, ask questions, you got the modules to go through, right? And help you in this journey. But giving you an entry zone right now for a possible trading setup, I will be happy to go through the education, because I really think that we will very likely come up to all-time highs in the next coming hours. And that's purely based on the analysis provided at the beginning of the video. So there's real no entry for me in this area, because I wouldn't short right now because I believe that we could hit all-time highs. And I wouldn't long because I'm aware of a bit of a pullback, and putting a stop loss here is just not managing risk accordingly. You know, the risk to reward is not good. It's almost a 1-to-1. So it's explained at the beginning of the video why I think that all-time highs is likely to hit again, okay, based on the analysis. But if I were to look for a next trade setup, I would take into consideration the CVD divergence, which is not forming any bearish ones, not by much, not by much. Yeah, we good. We already formed bearish ones in the already. Look at the bearish CVDs. I mean, this movement to the downside was kind of not obvious, but it had high probability that you were going to sweep up these lows. This was not a bullish pennant, as you can see. This was not a bullish pennant. So we got a big shakeout from the breakout traders. This actually broke out. Wow, look at this. This is the danger as well from breakout traders, right? Where you're looking at a symmetrical triangle, right? Whew. What a fake out. Look at this. This is the classic. Get on a breakout here. And if you're not managing risk with your stop loss at the lows, you're getting wrecked. You got a bullish pennant. You want to be very, very cautious with this. This could break. This many times they do break out, and they get a large move. But breakout traders here got trapped. They got trapped. Look at this. My goodness. What a trap. Boom. Back down. The long entry was here in the community. You know, this, I was kind of not expecting this move, but if it were to happen, kind of expecting that move, if it were to happen, was looking at the daily and the 50% and the VWAP at $106,000 to hold and look for the price to scale up from here. I wasn't looking for a symmetrical triangle bullish pennant. So the long entry was down here. So big fake out from this pennant to the upside. Breakout traders got wrecked here if they did not manage risk. If they managed risk with a stop loss at the lows, they were fine. Not much of a stop loss. So if we, you know, looking at the possible trading setup, I mean, I have to say, I would really not expect a major pullback here. Just with this multiple 1-2, 1-2. If we were to get a movement down, I would be a little bit skeptical when longing here. Only if we were to form very crazy bullish CVD divergence, which is a possibility. Only if we were to break down here on Bybit, which is the one that mainly has the volatility here in the yellow on AGGR.trade. If you get a small little leg down here and you get the CVDs going absolutely bananas and forming lower lows and higher lows, I would really speculate that the price could form a higher low here in this region in between the 50% and the 7/8 Fibonacci. So you could ultimately come back down and backtest that daily level. I mean, this would be an interesting area to see proof of support and preferably lower lows on the CVD, right? Get people bearish here, expecting this is a rollover and then form a higher low and move up. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to roll down there. I think we're going to slowly grind here to the upside and just create a God candle back up. So yeah, there's not really much of a trade here in this zone regarding good entries, I have to say, as a day trade. Best scenario would be looking for a retracement here in between 50% and 7/8 from this leg up with bullish CVDs. Just understanding that there's a high probability that this movement is a wave 4 in a 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, and you are in the 5-4-5 formation here. So not even a double top here would I consider based on a 4-5 situation. 4-5, 4-5, because you have double 1-2 here, meaning that you will have likely a 4-5, 4-5 breaking out successfully in the next coming hours to go to higher levels. So not even a double top here based on the Elliott wave theory analysis. I would consider just realizing that, I mean, you could scalp it regardless because you might get a pullback. You can manage risk very well, but just be aware that you might get another leg up here. I'm expecting another higher low and another high if we get up there. So, no big major entries here. I mean, the best shot is a retracement and bullish CVDs in between 50% and 7/8 for this to be a 1-2, 3, 4, 5 to complete that wave 5. And I'm not interested in a short right now where we at. The main reason why I'm not interested in a short is because of this structure is not bearish. This is not a bearish impulsive move down. It's very 3-wavy. Matter of fact, we managed to count a possible WXY here in a flat zigzag and a zigzag right there. You got a flat right over here. So yeah, it looks highly likely that we're going to head up to all-time highs. And the most classic scenario for the bears is creating the liquidity right now above all-time highs, because Look at this. There's lots of liquidity above $110,000. Lots of liquidity. Understanding the local price action, which is still bullish. And most would want to short a double top from all-time high. Swing failure pattern, which is giving you a high probability that the highs will be taken to claim that liquidity, as we do see in the liquidity heat map, right? And also the technical analysis. So, can you check Trump coin? Let's go through Trump coin right away because Bitcoin is boring. What's going on with Trump coin? Official Trump right away. Do you know, guys, that you can, which is the official Trump? The official Trump. Not MAGA. We need to put official here. Official Trump. There it is. It is moving up. It is moving up. Yeah, I think looking at Trump coin still looks bullish. You know, I don't think this is going to be a bearish. I don't think this is a rug pull. It's official. It does look like we're forming a nice ascending, you know, momentum and a nice triangle here. You can trade now Trump coin throughout multiple platforms. As it is a legit coin, you can trade it on Bybit. You can trade it also on Weeks, guys. Weeks for me, great alternative for the people that can only sign with an email and a password, no documents, right? You have Weeks with the biggest bonus and the biggest fee discount. This is extremely important. 50% fee reduction. Okay, you need to get some tokens and you do have the biggest bonus down below. You got the link, okay? You need to scroll down the description, sign up right away here, and you get all the biggest bonuses here for Weeks. You can trade Trump coin there. Just for any questions, if you are in doubt of where you can trade it, it's throughout multiple platforms right now. Either trade it or buy it on spot. So about Trump coin, this is very new, very, very new. But the momentum is looking pretty damn bullish. You know what we formed here, which I didn't get into a short because this was throughout the weekend, but I was just looking at the price action. We actually formed a really nice 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern, and it's not really too nice here on this exchange. It's better on Bybit. When you do take a look at Trump coin on spot, or yeah, actually on perpetual here. Where is it? A really nice 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern was formed. Yeah, they have it there drawn on the Bybit chart. You got a really, really nice 𝗬𝗏𝗽, and the target of the 𝗬𝗏𝗽 is down at the lows, right? Harmonic 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern right there on the 5-minute time frame, hitting the 7-8 and coming down to your target zone, which is the lows, and then actually bouncing from this level, which is pretty insane. Really, really there is, you know, you can apply the technical analysis on these new coins regardless. But what can I see about the Trump coin right now? Yeah. Golden pocket here holding very, very nicely. Would I expect this one, 2, 3? Yeah, this does look pretty damn bullish. This does look bullish, and there is a reason why it looks bullish. This does look pretty damn bullish because from the high here, on some exchanges, you did hit the 0.88. Such as this one on 𝗞𝗏𝗽. 0.88 was hit here. This does not look impulsive. It looks very three-wavy. You retrace too much here. Yeah, this does look very, very corrective. And it does look like we're going to see some momentum here to the upside. So it does look like we want to break out here from this lower high resistance. There's not really much to apply here on the technical analysis. But I can tell you that this does not look bearish. It looks very corrective. There's no big impulsive move. The retracements are very high. So you're hitting the 0.88 as well from this movement there, not taking out the high. So less probability for a wave 2 right there. The only bearish case is a 1-2-1-2 and you break down in a third wave. But this is the president's coin. So this is not looking bearish. This cannot be bearish. It's the president's meme coin. So overall it does look pretty bullish based on the correction that we had throughout yesterday and today, throughout this movement. Yeah, you would have to lean on the possibility of this being a double 1-2. This looks extremely corrective. This can not technically be a wave 4 because you've retraced too much. And I wouldn't go with an expanding move down in a wave 5. I mean, you could. So you'd have to come to the conclusion it's a double 1-2. We're just breaking out trend at the moment. But I'm not a breakout trader, I have to say. But it does look pretty good for the highs to be hit potentially in the coming days on Trump coin. Not much more to analyze on Trump, guys. Brett has been talked about. Have you looked at Sonic? No, I haven't taken a look at Sonic. Don't forget to like, says Peter. We focus mainly on purely Bitcoin technical analysis. This is where the trades are made most of the times. There's day trading opportunities every single day, guys. The latest day trade that I got in was just a few hours ago here, which was at the VWAP daily level, speculating on a wave 4, speculating on new all-time highs again, which was taken here. And we'll manage to lock in potentially 2,000 or maybe 3,000 if we smash out through all-time highs on this trade setup right there. It's a day trade. We'll manage risk a little bit better right now. Almost at break even, that stop loss. Scratched a bit of profits here at the 50%. We day trade Bitcoin right now. There is no real proper setups in this range. This was the only setup that was talked about in the Discord on my side. It was the highest probability setup. We have the movement down from $108 to $106,000, and then this is basically where we are at the moment, right? We're heading to $108,000 again. This is the long entry that I was looking at today, which is the one that I'm in right now, as you can see on weeks, guys. So, and there's no major trades that I see. I don't see a short here. I think the price could jump up. We are hitting resistance, which is the point of control of this range of today. I understand that. We're just at the highest volume node of today right there. Not even hitting it. So it could get a bit of a pullback. I just don't see the good short, okay? But it could roll down. We're getting a bit of choppiness and a bit of resistance. We could pull back here ever so slightly. Legends, not much more to be talked about in this live stream. We got Michael Saylor, more Bitcoin buying. Things will be different tomorrow. He's still buying Bitcoin, guys. He buys Bitcoin all the time, all-time high, all-time low. He's just accumulating like a mad guy, right? He understands that Bitcoin will be at higher levels in the coming years, right? Regardless, bear market or not. Michael Saylor met with the whole Trump administration cabinet. It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. People are saying this is the top, right? It has to be a sell the news event. I wouldn't be too sure about it. Everything looks pretty damn good. Everything, Bitcoin holdings, right? ETF, inflows. We're going to see if there's going to be some strong inflows. Last week, lots of inflows here throughout Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The word crypto and altcoins on Google Trends is skyrocketing. So we're back, guys. We are back. We should be seeing some altcoins recovering as well. Not much more has to be said on today's update. If you want to see the full analysis on Bitcoin, check out the first 30 minutes of the stream, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Remember, if you want to trade on weeks such as myself, you do have the biggest bonus down below. You just need an email and a password. You got fee discount. Check out the second link, guys, in the description. Much love to you, and I will see you in tomorrow's live stream.